You're probably familiar with exposure-based approaches for clients who are stuck in anxiety and avoidance. Dr. Stephen Hayes will share a gentler approach, something that's much more gentle than working with using an exposure approach. Stephen is a psychologist and founder of Acceptance and Commitment Therapy, or ACT. Let's hear from him now.
I had a client who had kind of both anxiety and depression, started with anxiety, became depression. We know in the literature what predicts that clustering is psychological inflexibility and experiential avoidance. So what I targeted was this connection to your values and opening up to your feelings and thoughts, but also this sense of possibility and play and of contribution. And here was the exercise I gave. It's a very, very simple one. Do one new thing every day that is somehow connected to your values. And by values, I don't mean your judgments. I don't mean doing something important. I mean the quality of being and doing that you would choose if it's just a secret between you and the person in the mirror. I think the normal thing you might do clinically is to really work on, can you get her to be able to go to work and to be more, to do some exposure work, and all of that kind of naturally happened inside this thing of, let's just start with one new thing every day and one kind thing every day. You could be kind towards yourself or kind towards others, and I tried to make sure that it was a kindness that would not be applauded. In fact, it was even better. We played a game. If you could do kind things and not be caught at it, that was really awesome. And what it did was orient her towards her presence in these moments and what she really wanted of her life and how she wanted to connect with others. And the effect of it is that she found that going to work wasn't just about going there to make money, but that this was how she was doing things, creating things that she knew was important to others. Part of what she did, actually, she had a store that included a bakery, and she had a special focus on that and special love for that, and has gone on actually to be quite successful in that. With multiple stores and everything. But the breakthrough, the way in was connect with what brings meaning and purpose to you and do one new thing every day and one kind thing. And it sort of softened and gave her a way forward that was not so heavy and judgmental and I have to and something's wrong with me, and this kind of white-knuckled exposure that people do to fight their way out of anxiety, which only predicts more anxiety. Depressed folks tend to worry a lot about the judgment of others. And out of that, they're very unkind to themselves, typically. They're very harsh about their own depression and the problems that they've had. But really what that is a projection of fear of judgment from others. And so what I was trying to do is connect to the joy of connecting with others and doing for others. But given this kind of social compliance piece of being a good girl, and very often if you dig into the histories of people with depression, they have sometimes parents that really push them hard to just be a good girl, be a good boy, meaning do things for me. And they get in this place of this anxious focus on the judgment of others. I think part of what helped pop that was doing things for others that were good in her eyes, but not to get the applause from others. And doing it as a secret is a good way to do that. It kind of creates a habit of mind of this kind of kinder, more softer, more loving, more compassionate, more connected way of thinking. And so that if you do that, you get much closer to thinking, this cake that I'm baking isn't just about applause. It's about the joy that I'm bringing to others. And even if they didn't know who baked it, and they didn't know who bought it, that joy is still there, and I did it. So that's the piece I was trying to promote there, essentially in trying to create a sense of wholeness and connection and self-fidelity.
If we can take the focus away from judgment, both from others and from ourselves within, we can help our patients start to reconnect with their sense of meaning and passion. While this approach may appear to be less direct, it's a gentler way to reach the same goals that we're working toward when we use exposure therapy. What ideas from today's video are you going to use with your patients? Please take a moment now and share them with us right below.